So now that we know what we do by reflex, now we can do by intention. Now we can do by intention of how do I want to meet myself? When we have an impression about meditation, so much of the time we skip to the calm and zen and everything's lovely. It's like this still pond and you can see the lotus flowers. It's beautiful. But this is also an idea. If we meditate from the perspective of what the outcome is going to be, we're meditating on an idea. Now this is fine if you want to solve an issue. If there's some issue and you don't know how to get past it, meditate on it. You'll definitely get some insight. But the invitation here is to meditate on who you are. It's to come into contact with that. And usually we start by finding out all of the different things that are distracting us. Maybe you try and sit still. We start to find out what's twitching. My leg is twitching, my hand is twitching, I'm restless. I find it really hard to sit still or stand still. I hate waiting for things. You're like waiting for a concert to start, or you're waiting in a shop. I cannot sit still. I have to be doing something. Yeah. When I sit to meditate, I can sit for hours and not move. Any other situation is very hard. So when we start finding out what's distracting, we start to find out what am I not letting myself pay attention to. Very often, first feeling that we encounter is a fear-based feeling. That can be anything from full-on fear, terror, it can be anxiety, it can be restlessness, it can be all of those different types of feelings. When we sit, just see what's in your stomach right now. Is your stomach peaceful and calm? Or you're holding it in? Is it tense? Is it feeling very tight? Feeling a bit unsettled? Energy at the moment is a little bit unsettled for stomach energy. It's feeling kind of nauseous this morning. So take a nice breath into your belly. You're here now. You're not going to leave now, are you? Let yourself be here. When we let that have a space, then we can find out what's the next thing in my way. What's the next thing that's distracting? It can be one of those random things of that email that you meant to send today, but you didn't get around to it. Or it's, pick up milk on the way home. It's random things, distracting. It's very hard to connect when we're distracted. Any outer world influence in any way makes it very hard to connect. So that's why when you come in here, I encourage you to leave the outer world outside and bring all of yourself here. Parts you feel good about and even the parts that you don't feel good about. They're all part of you. You can't just meditate on the good bits and try and make them better. We have to meditate on all of us. All of who we are. So what's the whole deal with mantra? I better talk about mantra this evening because we have somebody who's never done mantra before. What should I tell him, Denise? My favorite thing about mantra is that it gives my mind something to do so that I can be still. It's the first thing that it does. It's in a completely different language. In the beginning, I had no idea what I was saying in a mantra. You can be saying something like, we're going to do this mantra today. Om Mayam Harim Klim Bhagalamukhi Guru Murte Swaha. I mean, I've heard the word guru before. But what does the rest of it mean? So when we don't know the meaning of those words, our mind can't interact with that. Our mind doesn't get to have an opinion on it because it doesn't know enough about it. Whereas if we were saying a mantra like, please God, help me today, I'm a complete disaster, I feel really useless. Every single one of those, our mind can interact with. I could feel it even as I was saying the words. My mind was cutting in and going, no, you don't feel useless today. So when we mantra like this, we're giving our mind something to do. And that allows us space. It gives us just that little bit of a space, a little bit of a break in our mind that we can actually come inside for a little while. The bonus of this is the mantra that we use are very high vibration sounds. When mind is out of the way, that energy can come into our heart. It can come into our system. It starts adjusting things. It starts clearing things. It starts clearing little bits of negativity. It's like it starts doing housekeeping on the inside. When we sit in awareness of that, we'll start to see what the mantra is clearing. It's not always pleasant. If the mantra is clearing fear, you'll feel the fear in your body. And it can intensify, and then, boom, it clears. It will dissolve. Same can happen with sadness. Same can happen with anger. The goal is that it brings us closer and closer to love. Always closer to love. In the outer world, when we fall into a pattern of competitive, it's very easy to forget love. It's very easy to forget kindness. It's very easy to forget the other person. Who am I impacting by what I'm doing? I'm really competitive. Really competitive. I'm always racing people on my bike. Nobody in particular, but I'm always trying to overtake somebody. Yeah. Somebody gave me a helmet a couple of weeks ago, and I realized the mentality of myself. When I the difference between wearing a helmet and not wearing a helmet meant, oh, I can go faster now. Take more risks. Woohoo! I could see it in myself. Just I can step it up the next level now. I have a helmet. It's fun when I'm cycling. But in relationships, it's destructive. If I try and be competitive in a relationship, it destructs things. If I try and be competitive in therapy world, I work in psychotherapy world, if I try and be competitive in healing world, it doesn't work. The whole energy that we use for healing ourselves, the whole energy we use for meditating, is always love. There's no competition in that. Sometimes we can be looking at each other in the group and we can be making an assessment of who seems really advanced, who seems more spiritual, who am I feeling more spiritual than? Yeah. We've gone off track a little bit. And we start to do that.